Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes. Hello, Utah fans. We are back with another episode of the Utah Football Fans Podcast. And guess who's with us today?
No!
James!
They let me out. Let me out, guys. I'm here.
James is back. He hasn't been here in a while. We're back to the three of us. Feels good.
For now. It's a trial run. We'll see what happens.
He's been put on probation to come back, so now we'll see how it goes. But no, we're glad to have all three of us back. Summer is moving along kind of slowly, but also at the same time really quickly. Football is going to be here before we know it. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss any Utah Football Fans videos upcoming. Because of course, as the season gets closer, we will be on here a lot more, and there's going to be a lot more to talk about. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, a super chat, or a super thanks if you're feeling extra generous.
Absolutely.
To, help bail James out of jail for the next time. So we're here at the end of June. We've got, 2 months until the season's going to start really ramping up. So tonight we're going to talk about some of the preseason polls and lists that have come out, specifically Phil Steele and his preseason list. His name is so hard to say.
You say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I can't say it quickly.
Phil Steele, his 2025 projections. I mean, everyone
All right.
there's a
Gary,
lot of
take it away. Which list do you want to start with?
Well, obviously, first of all, yeah, there's a lot of so-called experts, but Phil Steele is one of the standards. People do go to him. He's been accurate over the years, so take it for what it's worth. But it's one of those magazines I get every year, and if you don't have it, you should get it and look through it. It's pretty interesting. Each conference, each team, pretty in-depth about a lot of stuff. But yeah, some things interesting for Utah anyway is what his projections for who he thinks or his team are going to win the Big 12. And what they have is they don't have one. They share 3 teams at the top, all one. He didn't say 1, 2, 3. It's these 3 are the ones he thinks are probably going to win it, or he projects to win it. Utah is one of them. Baylor and Iowa State. Those are the first 3. He all has them listed at 1. Then the next 3, so it's 1, those 3 teams, and then 4, these 3 teams, which is ASU, K-State, and Texas Tech. So those are the top 6 teams. He has Utah in the top 3 to win the league, which I find very interesting. I mean, to be honest with you, I think any of those teams could win it, could win it, but including Utah. But he puts us right at the top as his projections of winning the Big 12 this year. And why not?
I don't know. I read some burner account on Twitter that joined in like December of this last year, and he was like, he knows way more than Phil Steele. That's what he told me. So I don't know.
Oh, of course, yeah. I'm sure his stats.
Nameless. He had like 117 followers. It was impressive. But no, for me, I looked at it. The biggest surprise for me was Baylor. I know Baylor has a lot of guys returning. And they finished the year really strong last year. But Baylor's one of those teams, man, that until they do it, I don't believe it. So who knows? I think there's going to be a lot of parity in the conference this year. I don't think that there's one, Ohio State in the bunch. I don't think that the Big 12
not in the Big 12
has that. But I do think that there is a potential, kind of what he has, of 3 or 4 teams, when there's 2 weeks left in the season, battling for that conference championship. And I think that Utah has just as good a shot as anybody. I think that, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but the last 2 seasons have been so injury riddled. I looked it up, and we had 4 starting quarterbacks this last year. I don't know any team in America that can get down to their 4th string quarterback and be competitive. It's just the reality, right? Like, that's just the reality. And so Yeah, Utah, in my opinion, we do have a lot of questions. The offense, I'm excited about. I think everyone was excited about it. But at the same time, I don't know what to expect, right? And so, but the fact that Phil Steele, he knows that Utah is replacing their quarterback, pretty much the entire offense in a lot of regards, especially when it comes to weapons, offensive coordinator. But the man at the head is still there, right? Kyle Whittingham is still there, and his track record speaks for itself to the point where he has us tied with those two other teams at the top of the league. Does it mean anything? No, because in 8 months from now, we're going to be sitting here and who knows what we're going to be talking about. But I think it's exciting. I think Utah fans should be cautiously optimistic is kind of the way I'm looking at it. Like I said, Baylor surprised me. The one team that surprised me that wasn't higher, I'll say, is Texas Tech. I just kind of want to throw that out there.
He has them in the other three.
They spent.
Yeah. They're in the mix.
I know, but they spent an astronomical amount of money on NIL. I think they were the number one spending NIL team. So they intrigue me. I think that they could be very, very good. If they're not, it's got to be disappointing for them, right? But I'm just excited. I have a lot to say because I haven't been here in 8 months.
Yeah.
Gary didn't tell me. He didn't give me the login. All of a sudden, there would just be like a new episode. And it was like, oh. Thanks,
yeah, why
guys.
not? Hey,
Cool.
all I'm going to say is this isn't our list. See, this is the thing, man. We're just giving out information from someone who's been very reliable over the years, who is a standard in the industry and within the sport. And they have Utah that everyone likes to trash on and still trash on us. He has us as one of the contenders. We're just passing along the information.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And we've talked about all the
Here
time.
we are.
Preseason stuff is what it is. Sometimes they turn out to be accurate. Sometimes they turn out to be completely inaccurate. But Phil Steele is somebody who does this every year, in and out. He knows the game. He knows what to look for. And so the fact that he has Utah that high, yeah, he's not falling for they had such a horrible year, I'm just going to put him at the bottom, which I think a lot of people are doing.
Yeah, all the hacks with, like James said, who have 55 followers and make their lists out.
Well, right.
Know everything about college football.
Well, that's the thing is so many people act like last year was the only year Utah has ever played football ever. And that's the only stat we should ever go off. And yeah, it was a horrible year. It was a horrible debut in the Big 12. We all get it. But historically speaking, Utah has a very strong reputation. And like James said, we still have many of the coaching staff still in place. We still have all the pieces in place. Now, I don't want to get too excited with preseason hype because that can come back and bite us. But it is exciting to still see that these national guys still respect Utah in such a way that they're putting us up there that high.
So his top 40, his top 40 has Utah at 18. The only team in front of Utah in his top 40 is Baylor at 13. Then the other teams incrementally behind us.
I guess I'm going to have to look into Baylor more.
Baylor's going to be good.
They're good. They're going to be good.
But who cares about Baylor? It's Utah, man.
But
I respect
Baylor. Prove it. They got hot at the end of the year last year, but 1 year doesn't necessarily mean success in the next year. So it's going to be really interesting.
Well, Baylor is forever going to be known for ruining Cam Rising's career forever and ever. So I have no love for Baylor, and I hope they lose every game.
Yeah. Wow. But here's another thing he said. This is one of the, he has a section in his analysis. It's called surprise teams. And what that means is teams that are not ranked in the top 10. I think it was on the AP poll or some other polls or whatever. So teams that are not ranked in the top 10 who they think is a surprise team, meaning they could make the playoffs and, in fact, win the championship. And he has Utah there at number 4 of these surprise teams. So Phil Steele and his team and his stats and his information and his analysis has Utah way up there in what they think they can be this year. And hey, man, I'm all on it. It's not me saying it. It's him saying it. Now, when you consider all the high praise that our offensive line is getting, number 1, number 2, at least number 5 O-line in the entire nation, and Fano, maybe one of the top picks next year, preseason All-American. Hey, why not? I'm not afraid to. Hey, bring the praise, baby. It's not me saying it. It's people who watch and follow the game. I'm all in.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna be good.
Well, and that's where it all starts. We've talked about this, but football is a pretty simple game. It starts in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line, and exactly to your point, Utah's got in every major outlet, anybody who talks the game, who knows the game. I mean, they have Utah top 5 offensive line in all of college football. And then the defensive line is always the strongest part of our entire team, right? And so if you can dominate the line of scrimmage on both the offensive and defensive line of scrimmage, you're going to be in most games. So it's exciting, man. These are obviously projections. These aren't glimpses into the future. Yeah. But it does give me a lot of hope. Hell, I'd rather be in that top tier of the 3 teams that Phil says can win it than the 3rd or 4th or 5th tier. Like, let's go.
Guys that aren't even listed.
Great.
The bottom, the middle, the bottom. Guys who think they should be there, who talk a bunch of trash about how great they are, and they're not even listed. I mean, certain teams that really think they're great. We're in his top 40. We're ranked 18th, and these guys are always talking trash to us, or something like 53. Well, yeah. So whatever.
Something like 53.
Something like that.
Exactly the number.
An estimate there, but I mean, I did want to bring up a couple of the other lists that have come out this week. We posted about it today.
Bryn's on a list kick, by the way. If you're not following her Twitter account,
this is all you talk about is in the off season. Is you talk about lists. People put out lists, and that's all you have to talk about. But Rice-Eccles Stadium consistently gets listed as one of the hardest places to play in the country, and has been listed on a couple of these accounts. One of them was EA Sports, so this isn't just some like random Twitter guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. These are national lists. Listed Rice-Eccles as one of the top hardest places to play in the whole country, and it was the number 1 Big 12 team. But that really, really upsets a lot of fans who don't think that Rice-Eccles is hard to play because of the year we had last year. So again, I just say Utah football has played a lot more seasons than just last year.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one bad year doesn't make a program.
No. And one good year doesn't make a program. I mean, that's the thing, is it's consistently, Rice-Eccles is consistently a very difficult place to play. And for the teams who've never played Utah there, I guess they'll come in and find out. Hopefully we'll actually have a better homestand this year than we did last year. But yeah, it really upsets a lot of people when Utah shows up on all these preseason lists, doesn't it?
No problem.
No, I people, Ute fans, which I find surprising, is they're hesitant to be optimistic. I don't know if you've seen some people. You'll mention things like Phil Steele and some other, CBS poll on the offensive lines, for instance, and you show the accolades that Utah is getting and projections, and people don't want to hear it. I find it strange. I think we embrace it because I believe it's accurate.
Well, yeah, they're
just protecting their little
defense
hearts because
emotional defense mechanism. What's a bunch of pansies?
Absolutely, I
got to protect my heart.
No, you jump all in. We're going to be good.
So you got to set. My whole motto in life is aim low and avoid disappointment. So that's what we're doing on this.
And with that, we will end the episode, James, on that beautiful, inspirational
wisdom.
Gary is all
Soft.
in, and James is cautiously dipping his toe into the excitement level. But again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any
I'm
of the
optimistic.
fun. Cautiously optimistic. Oh, go Utes.
Go Utes. Good year. You can feel it.
And welcome back, James. Maybe we'll invite you back again.
Yep. Vote for me.
Good, baby.